This card's not so bad.
No.
It's the smell after rain, dewdrops on the grass, and nostalgia found in the mud.
Ooh.
It says create and add a new item to the web.
The web is basically like the map is the web, because we can also create, like, theoretically it's supposed to be a corkboard if you're playing it in person, where you add like, oh, I created a camper, little Jeffy, and you get
so
I
can just choose something from those pages earlier, and
you can just literally add whatever you want.
Anything. It's
just
an item.
It's
any item you want. It could be
use your creative brain palace.
Use
Jason.
that big brain of yours.
What if the campers brought a gun?
oh no!
Oh my god! We want minimal camper drama.
All right, I'll think of something to draw.
Yeah.
An electric guitar.
But there's no electricity.
To overshadow all Meadows.
It will never be as
You think
good.
you're so cool, kid.
It will never sound as good.
With that, I want to say, I want to do. I'm gonna do a strong move, so that uses one of my 2 tokens. And I want to say it's later in the day, so that we don't just go through, and it's like kind of starting to get close to the end of the day. Everyone's had a pretty good day as far as the kids are concerned, and I'm gonna ease tensions with a song everyone knows by heart, because the rumors about that weird bloated body started getting around, and it's making the kids a little bit nervous to go to bed. So I'm gonna just play a song everyone knows by heart. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Start playing it. But I'm not playing Wonderwall. But like all the kids, they know the song by heart and everything like that, and they all start singing along and everything. And yeah, they're okay going to bed after that.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to say it's like darker out, so the campfire is like really lighting us up as we're singing.
I'm gonna make the lindworm is gonna do some. So yeah, we're gonna go.
We're gonna make the lindworm.
The lindworm is gonna go.
I drew a chopping.
A chopping axe.
Hell yeah!
The chopping axe.
Love that.
Covered in tree blood.
Bap. That's a spade. No one wants that.
No, you got rid of the spade. Yeah.
Get out of here. 4 diamond.
4 diamonds.
Uncertainty. Dark cloud overhead. A scar that you don't know where it came from.
Sorry, before just to let you guys in on what the spade would be if we were playing that, like more like campaign setting. The spade you just drew is, you really thought I'd let you live? None of your characters will survive. All of you answer, how does your character cope with their inevitable death?
Oh Jesus!
How awful that is. How awful. Okay, I think in the lights of the fire, I just realized I don't know what Axton does at this camp. He's just the athletes. He's just
like the coach,
a
like,
strong boy.
All the kids probably play games and stuff like
Yeah,
football.
like outdoor,
Yeah.
like outdoor stuff. Yeah,
Squid Games.
kickball and Squid Games. Yeah, you know. Good. But I think he's enjoying some sort of like relaxing time. And he's just like leaning back and has his like feet crossed out in front of him as he's sitting on the ground near the fire. And he like looks down at like his calf, and he kind of like he props it up because of course he wears shorts in the summer. Why would you wear jeans? God. But he props up he props up his leg, and he looks and he sees from his the base of his heel all the way up, following like the Achilles tendon, all the way up to the back of his knee. There's just this very jagged scar all the way up, but it's almost like perfectly symmetrical in its like jaggedness, almost as if it was sewn up at some point.
Zipper scar.
A zipper scar. It's a bad time. He just kind of like picks at it and looks at it and just kind of like absentmindedly rubs his leg for a little bit before like recrossing his legs, but so that the scar leg is on the bottom towards the ground. Icky yucky times. And I think he's also is Aiden there?
No. I think
Okay.
after everything, he kind of just went to his did whatever he needed to do with the campers, and then kind of isolated.
Okay. Yeah, I think whoever else is here, I know Paul Meadows is here, but if Red happens to be here,
Red came out. Yeah.
Axon's just kind of like, kind of looking at the fire, but is kind of just like looking around as if he's looking for someone else. That's me.
I'm gonna create a staff minor character.
Ooh.
It's one of the things that Paul Meadows said he wanted to forget about was his ex-girlfriend. And standing in the field, this is a field move, is one of the new girls that's working the camp. She's one of the new counselors, I guess. Still kind of like I don't know what the equivalent of like an intern camp counselor would be. I guess it'd just be
training.
Yeah, exactly.
It specifically says it, because that's the
or
first
just
blood was.
even somebody just you know what, I want to make it somebody doing community service for one summer, just because and make them older, like they're not doing it for high school or anything. They're Paul Meadows' age and stuff, but maybe they had a rough past and this is community service for a crime they committed or something. It's unsure, but all the new counselors know is that she's here on community service, and she's just hanging out in the Field of Dreams, and she'd never seen it before, so it was beautiful. And I kind of come up to her and I'm just like, beautiful, isn't it? I kind of prop up a little chair and I start like plucking a couple strings, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can leave if you want me to. But we kind of hit it off a little bit.
Drama.
Yeah.
We love the drama.
Trying to think of anything else I can do with this. No, that's what happens. I have a romantic rendezvous. I guess just a meeting, really. It's not romantic. We're just getting to know each other. Talking in a field that's very beautiful at night.
I would like to take an action leaving yourself vulnerable. I want to go find Aiden.
Excellent.
Do you get the inspiration from that watching Paul Meadows hit on somebody in a field, or do you just
I think
do that?
so.
Yeah.
I feel like I think so. I see you walking off with someone. I'm like, damn it, I better go apologize, because there's no way in hell that he was trying to kill me under the lake. That's dumb. Why would he do that?
In hindsight.
In hindsight, that's really the bad of me. I feel like, do you have like the same place you kind of just retreat to, like your
I think it's his
cabin,
bunk.
your space?
Yeah. I think all the counselors probably get their own like tiny cabin, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's one of those.
It's like an outhouse, but for camp counselors.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. I would come up and I would just like knock. Aiden.
He like. You know he's in, the lights are on, and there's like a slightly too long pause before he eventually opens up the door. Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. I just noticed you weren't at the fire, and it's the first night, and it's big, and it's a thing.
Yeah, just
like, tradition thing.
Wasn't feeling up to it. What does your leg look like again?
So like the back of, I'm gonna say his right calf, there's like this really symmetrical, like jagged, almost like lightning bolt scar from the back of his knee all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, all the way down to the base of his heel.
Is it new?
He never noticed it before.
I think Aiden would notice it, but seeing that it's a scar, like wouldn't think that it was from today, so like wouldn't mention it. I feel like we've all been counselors at least one summer together, right? Yeah, that's true.
It's been some time.
Yeah,
like we've all known each other for a bit.
I think then he looks at it and says, "Did you get that in the past year back at home or something?"
That's a really good question. Probably. I think. I don't know. I never really, I guess, look at my legs that often.
Good legs.
Anyway, why don't you come out to the fire with everyone?
Sure. Okay.
Cool.
I have a funny move, but I'm not
Sure.
gonna use it.
What
I'm
is
not
it?
gonna use it, but it would be hysterical. Get involved in a conflict that's none of your business.
Would would completely ignoring that comment from Aiden counts as rejecting a moment where I could open up and instead bottle my feelings?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yes. Also, I would love for Paul Meadows to interject himself in this very
I'm not
awkward,
doing it.
not.
Paul
You're
Meadows-
busy.
We just established that
What?
Paul Meadows is busy just
You're
getting to know
busy.
the new girl.
What's Red doing? Red, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Jason,
Aiden
what are
would
you
go
doing?
with.
Red, what are you doing? I'm
Okay.
gonna invite the Lindworm to kill all.
I actually,
gonna
so
come in.
I was gonna say, I think maybe a way we could do this is we can pull the card and read what the spade is and decide if we want to add it because it does make things
Okay.
dark. So maybe
Yeah,
we do that.
I'm all for dark.
Like, I mean, if we pull one like all your characters die, probably not that, but like there are cool
That's
ones
a
that
bad
are like.
Or could we?
But there are some cool ones that are make it interesting.
Sweet. I'm all for it.
Red,
What do you
what's
want to do,
What up,
Jason?
what up,
do you
Red?
want to do, Red? Red?
Red was originally with Paul
Oh, he's-
and all the
That's right.
campers.
He's at the thing.
Yeah, you're at the
Yeah,
fire.
I'm there.
We're
You're
on
at
our
the
way
fire.
back.
I'm not at the fire anymore. I'm at the dream field.
Well, you're
Oh.
close by the
Which
fire.
is close.
I'm
by.
seeable. Yeah.
Okay,
And
well,
we're, like,
somebody has to
on
be
our
a
way back.
responsible counselor and be near the kids.
Yeah. Well, I figured they'd all kind of
Alright.
gone to bed by this point, but the fire's probably still going. There's probably a couple stragglers and stuff.
The
I'm not-
older kids at camp who are like
when there's
edgy.
when there's a precious forest nearby, I'm not leaving a fire unattended.
There you go. There's your priorities.
Ah,
Okay. So you're at the fire alone, pretty much.
yeah. I mean, I guess whatever stragglers or other camp counselors. We got, sure Jeff's here, just hanging out.
Oh yeah, Jeff. Jeff.
Yeah.
Walter.
Get on, Jeff.
I'm going to pick up and use the campers. A
Use those campers.
A camper should have their voice heard, is the way why I'm picking it up. For each camper, choose 2 genders, 1 from each column. I am going to create a vacant moth.
Oh, the campers is a playbook.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
campus is a
vacant
playbook,
moth.
and I want to meet a vacant moth, please. I want to meet a child who is a vacant moth.
We already.
I want the
had-
gender of vacant moth, please.
we
Oh my
already
god,
had a
but
moth.
see,
Cyberpunk.
yeah.
Canonically happened in this universe. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I
so
just imagine a very like spacey, like
Yeah.
just like. What do
So
Likes
a,
fire. Really
a like
likes
a
fire.
very very light blonde haired girl walks up to Red and says, I can't get to sleep.
I have just the
Can't get
thing
to
for
s-
this,
I
but I'm
can't-
not
I
here.
Can't get to sleep. And
where's your bunk?
I sleep in. I'm in the.
You gotta name it.
I'm in the. Oh man.
You're setting a precedence.
Jeez, no.
Listen, either name it after a
Stop
tree or
trying.
a song. It has to be a tree or a song. This is Woodsong. It has to be a tree and a song.
Oh, that's great. Actually, I really
It
like
is very
that.
good. I sleep in Redwood Sonata. Bunk.
Good
All
name.
right.
Listen.
Well, how about let's walk back. You walked all the way out here by yourself.
I did. It was dark, but I couldn't sleep.
Well, I assume as a woodsman and a counselor, I have a flashlight. So
Yeah.
I'm going to walk her back and be like, let's get you back to your bunk. Let's go.
She offers her hand for you to take.
Oh baby, this camp
Reach
is
out.
not for you.
The baby.
The baby.
So we've
I like
asked
to
her-
imagine that like Aiden and Axon like cross paths with you as you take child.
Yeah.
that the vacant moth is named Jada.
I love that name.
And I'll walk Jada back to that bunk.
She thanks you and gives you a little hug on your leg as she enters Redwood Sonata bunk.
Just,
I love it.
It's all right.
I know it could
Love
be a little overwhelming first night, but everyone's here and everyone's everyone else is asleep. Just try to enjoy the sounds of the forest and let it lull you to sleep.
Okay. She seems excited and scurries up to her bunk.
Excited to hear the sounds of the forest.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I was just reading some of the moves.
Some of the camper moves?
No, the playbook moves.
Nice. Okay. Who's next?
You haven't done any. Well, no, you made campers. Never mind.
I just did that.
Yeah,
my bad. My bad.
I'm invoking the Lindworm.
Yes.
Yes.
Get this
You
spook train
Get all
going.
those tokens.
Get all those tokens.
Listen, I have 3. I got
I have
3.
one
I gotta
token
spend
'cause
them.
I used
I only
one
had
already.
one, so
I have 2.
I'm getting another one. Let's
That
see.
10 of hearts. What's the 10 of hearts
Hey,
do?
the hearts are good. Jason, you
Man.
get all the good ones. An axe and a gun.
I found,
God.
here I found family, caring, and connection, and I hold tight to what I care about.
Oh.
What does that scene look like for you?
Despite not showing it, I'm gonna, as I walk back to the fire, and I had seen Aiden and Axton, and I met with Paul earlier. I'm reminded how much this campground can bring us together as a family, and I kind of just longingly look over at the horizon, at the fire in the distance, and kind of just sigh some ease and just comfort that this always feels like home.
I want to use a move to
Dare
invite
you.
a moment of healthy communication. And I want to say, this is all just kind of seen from far away, is that you could see, Paul Meadows wasn't going over there to specifically hit on this new girl. He's just kind of curious about her, does want to forget his ex-girlfriend, but at the end of the day, just, wants to make friends and memories and stuff. But you can see that they're actually hitting it off really well, and it turns out they have a lot in common. Both of them have gotten in trouble with the law over very minor things in the past. And both of them have problems with their parents and stuff. So what you see from far away, if you look over to the Field of Dreams, which hits the moonlight in such a way that it almost looks like it glows blue, is that you can just see Paul Meadows with his hat off, which means that he's really into somebody. He's forming a crush on this girl. But he's sitting down, playing a song, and you can see that he's just laughing as this girl's kind of dancing in the field, also laughing. And it's just kind of a nice little moment that it turns out they've been talking for a little bit, getting to know each other and stuff. So it's just cute.
I would like to, in response to that, make a strong move.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
So
I would
imagine
like to
that-
invoke the Lindworm.
I'm about to. I'm going to next.
Okay, fantastic.
Been
So I
too nice
imagine
too
that.
long.
Yeah, Axton and Aiden are sitting nearish the fire, and I think, Red, you might be around, but I feel like you're kind of distantly around. So it's basically just the two of us by this slowly dying fire at this point, and Axton is gonna say, I first off, I'm sorry. You definitely didn't mean to murder me in the lake, and that was dumb. And I'm sorry. And he kind of looks over to Paul Meadows again, and just kind of and not looking at you, still just kind of looking in that direction, says, Aiden, I still really like you. Do you want to go out sometime? As I reveal my true feelings.
Aw. I invoke the Lindworm.
Aiden responds by invoking the Lindworm. I think he blushes a little bit and says, it's been a while since last summer, but I think we could, maybe hang out a night, alone when we're here and just see how things are.
Okay. All right. Cool. I can do that. Yeah.
Those are his genuine emotions, so that's my regular move. Share genuine emotion.
Aw.
We're doing it.
Doing it. I'm gonna invoke the Lindworm.
Hell yes, we're doing it.
It's too. You've all had it too good for too long.
We did. But listen, this is like the first.
It's
part
another
of the
heart. I'm shuffling this deck. Hold on. Can you put this back? How do I put this one back in?
I'll put it back
do
in. I got there.
I did it already. It's already been.
I'm gonna shuffle because we've drawn like 3. Hold on. Shuffle deck. Pull.
You don't want a nice, wholesome.
The 9 of clubs. I don't have this open now.
How dare you?
There we go. Ooh, an alluring promise, the scent of distant fruits. Campers lured away. Who? Where?
I'm going to use a strong move, reinterpret the Lindworm's play, redirecting it with raw emotion. The campers don't get pulled away, but the girl that I'm interested in does.
Oh!
What does it? Well, I'll tell. I mean, I still narrate it. It's still my move, but you, it's.
What's the name of this girl, by the way?
Yeah,
I don't think I actually gave her one, but let's
should.
say her name is.
And we should, we should technically be making like cards for these characters, or but at least someone right. If you made them, write them down somewhere so we can like make this later.
We have Jada for the camper. I want to say her name is Donna.
Donna. Okay.
Donna.
I like that.
Seems like the name of a person a cowboy would have a crush on.
Who and okay, so you decided who. I think it gets to it's our first night. I think
it's before we're run ragged and tired.
Yeah, it's before we haven't done like a ton of real work. So it's our first night. I think everyone is staying up really late. We're all in good spirits, finally seeing each other. Axton and Aiden got over their first little incident with each other. So I think it gets to be like 2 or 3 a.m. and we're all still like. And there's more. I mean, obviously, we're not the only 4 campers. Counselors. There are like 6 or 7 others that are here. And I think during that, there is I think not everyone smells it. Maybe it is just Donna, but it smells like ripe grapefruit. And as she's dancing, kind of to Paul's song, she kind of just dances away. And is just lost in the night.
Can I make it a little bit more eerie?
Sure.
I'm singing a song, I'm tapping my foot, I'm playing on the guitar, and the song sounds normal. But then over time, my eyes just kind of go wide, and I almost get into a trance, and the song starts to sound terrifying. Like, it's like, at first, it's like, oh yeah, there's bright sunshine, and the camp is really nice and all this stuff. But then after a while, it's like, there's things in the woods that I don't understand. And there's it's just, he starts saying things that like, it's almost like something's starting to kind of control him. And then when he snaps out of it, Donna's just not around anymore. And he's like in the middle of the field alone. And he just kind of
looks around. Maybe.
I said maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be put. It is still the fruit that led her away, not your possession, because you're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to get possessed.
I feel like the fruit smelled and did something to me.
Sure,
is what it was.
Sure,
like,
okay.
The smell of the fruit like sent me into a weird trance or something.
That's fine. Yeah.
It's not like I was possessed. I was just starting to sing about things that concerned me about the last time we were here.
That's fair. Yeah, fair.
Fruit made me honest.
Yikes.
The fumes of the fruit made me honest. But yeah, I break out of it and Donna's just, Donna? Well, damn. Guess I was really into it. You know what I could do? Call out and wait for a response. Donna! And it just kind of echoes across the field. I don't know what to do about this. I'm gonna invite the Lindworm to act upon the group.
Hell yeah! Can make it rain.
Thing. Let's see. So I pull a card. You said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of the old one. How do I do this? Press draw.
Drag and drop.
You just drag and
drop. Okay. Boop. I got 4 of spades.
That's a club.
What page is this on again?
Spot on, 76. I can read it for you if you want me to, or you can read it.
I'll do it. 76. You said club.
Oh
4.
no. It's
not
terrifying.
Great.
Oh no. Can I make it Donna instead?
No. Because I don't know what it is.
Can I make it Donna instead with my token?
With your what's your yeah.
Basically do the same thing I just did.
Sure, if you have another token, I'd say, yeah.
I mean, I got a token for evoking Lindworm, and I'm just going to use it immediately.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Paul Meadows kind of gets up, not sure what happened to Donna. Kind of starts to wander a bit. There's nothing, like, he can see the field. It's pretty big, so he decides to walk over by the old cabins. And that's where he sees in the old kissing trees, there's like a trail of blood that leads to it. And he's not quite sure it's blood because it's dark out. But he starts to go towards it. And he hears something, but he can't quite find it. And then he looks up, and Donna's in the trees, and she is not doing great. Like, she's mangled and stuff. And like, Paul just kind of like falls back and stares up as Donna just kind of starts to bleed out and stares back down at him. Just silent screaming, both of them, essentially.
What?
Did I read it out loud what happened?
No, you didn't.
It said, blood trickling from the trees, inevitable slow pain. Campers can't stop bleeding. Who is it? And I reverted it from a camper to be Donna instead.
Donna. Theoretically,
So now,
when you're redirecting, it should be with what you're like, because yours was raw emotion. We each have that ability, but it's all different of how we are redirecting.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that with raw emotion, how you're doing it.
I feel like raw emotion is the person I like the most so
Yeah,
far.
sure. Yeah.
It'd be a little different if Red was up there. But yeah, I guess the gloves are off a little bit now.
Sure.
What? I need to know how that scene resolves, though. I need to know if you just don't do anything.
I guess me and Red probably have to get her down, but I think it's too late by that point.
We're all in. I mean, this is still the same night, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all here.
I'm
We're all
asking what does Paul Meadows do?
Yeah.
I mean,
do you
probably
do?
just stunned silence, not knowing what happened or anything like that.
I'm
Right, but you're like way far. Like you're way far.
away.
You're
Are you gonna
across
let
the
any of
lake
us
from
know?
us.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, Red, you said you were heading back down by the woods and stuff?
The woods are the opposite direction.
Question:
shit.
do we have walkie-talkies as camp counselors?
Probably.
I don't know. 'Cause
Cell
it's probably,
phones don't work.
It's better.
Do we
it's
have
probably better
walkie-talkies?
You know what I do?
if they don't. Huh.
My
Yeah.
regular move, call out, wait for a response. I just yell, help! Like,
Hey, if you're standing next to a lake, the acoustics across a lake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
solidly good.
And Paul Meadows is usually the guy that tries to hide anything bad. Like, earlier in the day, bloated body in the lake, he didn't bring attention to it. He actually distracted everyone from it. So when Paul yells for help, it's a big deal.